everyone. Welcome once again to Business Results Radio, this podcast where you as a business leader can learn what to do for transforming yourself, your team, and your company towards better results, but also better peace of mind for you as an individual. So today, I've got a wonderful friend and guest today, Mia Redrick. Hello, Mia.
Hey there, Pete. Good to be here.
Thank you. Now, Mia, let me just give you the ever so slightest introduction, which is that you're a powerhouse. We're going to almost leave it at that. Mia, you are, a business and life coach working with entrepreneurs, mostly women entrepreneurs. But I'll tell you, during the time that I've known you, and we've had this really great relationship where we're checking in with each other on the phone regularly, that women obviously are getting, that may be your target demographic, but I am not a woman and I am learning tons from interacting with you. So these are principles that cut across all the demographics. So how's that sound?
Absolutely. That sounds amazing. It's true.
Excellent. So today, what's really interesting, Mia, about you, and let me just talk to the guests for a second, listeners. Mia, she is a powerhouse, and she had this corporate life early on, and then decided to break away, and has really built this fantastic service where she helps other people really launch and step into their own, like get to recognize who are you as a person, what are the things that are unique that that you have as a skill set or a knowledge base that you can get it out there in a bigger way. And so, I thought, this would be a really interesting conversation, not just for the people who are wanting to leave the corporate world or the business world and start their own thing. And obviously you can listen and hear ideas that Mia shares around that. But also there's a lot that people out there who are staying inside of the company you're at because you love it. Maybe you're the leader of it and that's your thing, and you've just grown it up to that size, or you were hired in to help keep it going. Or maybe you're a mid-level manager somewhere. You can still have tremendous impact in your company with some of the things that Mia is talking about today. So I just want to put you at ease with that. And for those of you who are the boss, the CEO, no, I'm not trying to steal your people out and get them to quit and go start their own thing. That's not what this conversation's about. It's about really elevating our personal confidence and elevating what we know and how do we leverage that to create more impact. So this is about creating more impact for you, business leaders, so that you can be more impactful in your company. So how's that sound, Mia? Ready for this conversation?
I am ready.
So let's go back in history a little bit, because you had that corporate trainer experience. Just tell us a little bit about those perspectives that you have from the good old days.
Yeah, sure. Well, I worked for Citibank. I was a corporate trainer, and I loved what I did. And in fact, I loved it so much that I wanted to figure out how to do that, obviously, in my own company. And I have the fortune today to support so many people with understanding inside their companies or even as entrepreneurs themselves, that what is very valuable. It's how we add value, literally, to whatever organizations we are a part of. And I will say that one of the greatest things that I learned, in my training was that what we know is so important, and intuitively, when we use the things that we know with what we learn, we are of value in greater ways to the people that we serve. Completely. I think it's taking what we learn, whether it's a hard skill or whether it's a soft skill. It can be something that you're really great at in your life, and taking even that to inform what you do in the workplace. I think sometimes we think it's either or, when it really is and. Some of the best training that I've been able to provide on a corporate level came from just intuitively knowing things from my life and knowing the best times to deliver training, or what would be the best sequencing based on the lifestyle of the clients, whether they were moms or dads or busy professionals. A lot of that, the intuitiveness of how to deliver whatever it is I was teaching came from a soft skill, literally being a mom or, being married and understanding what would be the most digestible way for people to consume what we have?
Well, and at least being able to tell stories that other people can relate to, because
Correct.
even if you are the CEO, you could have children, you could have a spouse, you could
That's
have,
good.
right? I mean, so you can relate. It's really interesting that you said that, because I think that's a leadership trait. I think anyone in a leadership role has to influence their team, has to guide their team, has to level up their team's skills and inspire them and train them, et cetera, and apply. You just use those corporate training skills and in a different way when you're a business leader. You've got to
Well,
do it the same way.
I think a lot of times people think training is just teaching, but actually training, the best training is about relatability. And so
Yes.
the better you're able to relate to your people, their needs, their lifestyle, you know exactly what it is that they need even more. You can meet their needs even greater. So being a leader is not just about saying, my workforce needs to improve their customer service skills. Sometimes it's going deeper and thinking about the individuals, relatability. What will it take to connect with this particular demographic, so that they can go deeper in the training, that it's more personal. The best training, the best learning that happens in an organization, it happens because there's connectivity. And so we've all been in those classes where someone's trying to teach you something that's amazing and that ultimately will support an organization and its bottom line, but there is no passion, you don't feel like you want to be there. Imagine if as a leader, if we thought, how can I get my people to be excited about whatever it is that we're teaching? Because the investments are to grow, the bottom line of a company.
For
But you
sure.
do that by creating relatability, right? Connecting not only what you want to teach, but with the humanness of the people that work in the company.